Hey, what is up, guys? Bluntcuts here. This is a Watcher Realms video. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I appreciate it. Please do like and subscribe if you do enjoy my content. So, I am looking at Semrah, Apocalypse 2 difficulty. I want to talk about Aegis mode. What else, right? The most bug content in this game right now, unfortunately. I know that Fastidious put out a video regarding the Earth Shatter damage in that phase yesterday, and I don't want to talk about that. Instead, I'm looking more at what damage is being done to the boss, so the damage that our heroes are inflicting on Semrah during this phase. In particular, I want to talk about Aegis mode and the way that the hardening stacks are impacting our damage. So let's go over to the monster manual. All right, so I am in the monster manual right now. All we're really concerning ourselves with is the language underneath Aegis mode, so I'm going to read through it real quick. Aegis mode, Semrah lifts his Titan's shield and gains hardening effects based on his battle mode. In the same mode, the more times the skill is cast, the more stacks of hardening Semrah will gain. So he's going to gain buffs every single time that he casts his hardening mode, his Aegis mode. So hardening, the buffs that he gains, they increase physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction, while also enhancing Earth Shatter's damage. We're not going to concern ourselves with that last little bit right now. However, the first part, the increase to physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction, is 10% per stack, 10% per buff. At least that is the way that it is presented to us in the game. I went in and I did some testing, and I got some wacky results. Let's go to the fight so I can show you. All right, guys, so we are in the second iteration of the Aegis mode, meaning that we've done one full rotation of Semrah, and we've worked our way back around to the Aegis mode, the second phase of the boss. You can see the overdrive icon, this fist to the left of the boss's health at the top of the screen. That's how you know that I've already done my rotation. The reason I'm doing it here rather than just doing it during the first Aegis mode is I wanted to make sure that there were no hijinks going on as far as something being weird with his pre-overdrive state. The other thing I want to point out is that I've removed all damage dealers from the field right now. So the only units that are on the field are the four that you see to the left here on the bottom: Constance, Pharisee, Carnelian, and Elowen. And the reason that I've left these in is because I need them in order to keep Constance alive. We're going to be looking at Constance's damage in this. Constance and Carnelian are the only ones who are going to be doing any amount of damage. The purple numbers are going to be Carnelian's damage. The yellow numbers are going to be Constance's melee hits. She does melee any units that she is blocking, and right now she is blocking Semrah. Now, I just want you to pay attention to the amount of damage that we're going to see, and then we're going to track it as Semrah accrues more and more hardening stacks or blue buffs, whatever they actually are. We're just going to watch the damage and see how it changes as we go through these different stacks. So I'm going to press play. We're going to try to slow it down here. See, Constance should be taking a hit. 1723. That's the number that just popped up on the screen right there. I will wait for it to go one more time again. We're going to just click off and then click back on, and we should be able to see it. Constance is swinging her hammer, slow as shit. I'm just trying to do this as slow as possible, and I'm going to see if I can't pause it right when that number there just popped up and we missed it. But in any case, let's just take a look. You can see it over and over again, 1723. There it is right there. Now, Semrah is going to do Earth Shatter. There we go. And we're going to see 1723 again. There goes the Aegis mode. Now, Semrah put 2 buffs onto himself. So theoretically, if we read these buffs up here, you can see there's 2 of them. Each one of them should be reducing physical and magic damage by 10%. So cumulatively, this should be a 20% reduction. 1723 was the number that Constance was doing before. She should be doing approximately 340 damage less based on the damage reduction that the boss has right now. So let's see what we're going to get once we can actually see the numbers again. I'm going to slow it down. There's 1723 again, despite the fact that there are 2 buffs. You could also see Carnelian's damage is still at 411, which is what we were seeing before the buffs were placed. I'm just going to speed this up and cycle through this. We'll fast forward to the next one. All right, so we got Aegis mode again. There are now 3 buffs on here. We'll be able to see the damage again once the shield is taken away. Let's just wait and see. Constance is about to take a swing. You can see 411, Carnelian's damage is the same, 1723, yet again, despite the fact that there should be a 30% damage reduction going on right now. Let's fast forward again to 4 stacks. All right, so the 4th stack is now on. Once the shield is taken away, we should be able to see the damage again. Just slow it down right here. Constance is winding up to take a swing. How much is it going to be? I think you can all probably see where this is going. 1723 once again. Just in the interest of being comprehensive with this, we are going to go through all 6 stacks. So we will fast forward to the 5th stack now. All right, we have got 5 stacks on the boss now. Let's see if that damage has changed at all. Constance, you going to take a swing? Maybe I missed it. There you go. She's winding up. 1723 damage yet again. We'll fast forward to the 6th stack now. So unfortunately, I did click Constance's ultimate there. She's going to start swinging again now. Let's see if we can't capture it. There we go, 1723 once again. 6 stacks on the boss, 1723 damage, every single one. Now I want to show you what happens when we remove the buffs with Lucius here. So I'm just going to wait until Lucius gets his ultimate up, and then we will use that, and then we'll just take a look at the damage here once that does go through. I'm going to remove Lucius now that the buffs are gone. Well, we're back to 1 stack at least. 1723 damage still, despite the fact that this has gone on. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand if honestly, I don't know what's going on with this. I really couldn't say. And I don't want to give you the impression that I'm trying to make some kind of declarative statement about the boss here. What I can say is that visually anyway, these stacks do not seem to impact the damage that's being done to the boss. However, my anecdotal experience has been that since I've had Lucius, and since I have been able to remove the buffs from the boss, that I have actually been doing more damage in this phase. I have been having a much easier time getting through this phase since I've had Lucius. So, if I had to guess, I would guess that this is a visual bug, and that for whatever reason, the combat text, the numbers that are being reported for damage here, are not accurate, and they're not taking into account the damage reduction on the boss. But with that being said, I really don't know. Clearly, there is just some crazy, crazy stuff going on with this boss. I'm not here to tell you whether or not, what is broken about it. I don't know, but all I know is that we all just spent a whole lot of money on Lucius, and, well, not all of us, but many of us spent a whole lot of money on this boss, basically, on equipping our account in such a way that we would be able to take out this boss, and it seems like it's not working like it's supposed to in a number of different ways. So I just wanted to add this to the conversation. I don't really have anything else to share beyond that. As you can see, the damage was the same from, at least as reported on the screen, the damage was the same from the beginning when there were no buffs to when there were 6 buffs to then again being still the same when we removed all of those buffs. So I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I was able to clear further and get a higher score on this boss once I did have Lucius than I was able to before Lucius was involved, and immediately. And just my experience was that the difference was pretty noticeable. So if I had to guess, I would lean towards this being a visual bug. However, clearly there is a lot going on with Semrah right now. I think that we all need to be vocal about the fact that it's not okay, that these inconsistencies are not all right, that this content should not be released, particularly in a game that I keep coming back to this, but there's a lot of money that is invested in this game by a lot of folks. And if you're a spender, then you are putting dollars into this game. If you are not a spender, you are still putting your attention dollars and you are giving your attention to this game. You're spending your time on this game, and I don't think it's okay that it is in its current state, whether we're talking about the bug that Fastidious showed or whether we're talking about this bug, whatever it may be. It's just something that I think the community needs to be aware of. I don't think that this boss is functioning in the way that it is supposed to, and I have been back and forth on this a number of times since this boss was released. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching. hopefully this raises awareness. We can broach this issue to Moonton, and hopefully they do address it in one way or another. I will say, last kind of plea, if anybody has not voted for the Rising CC Award, please do go and if you could toss a vote to your boy Bluntguts, I would certainly appreciate it. But either way, I'm going to continue to try to bring you quality content, raise awareness on issues like these, and of course, can't wait to get back to GBG. Let's just get off of this shit and get back to what I find fun about this game. So in any case, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you do enjoy my content. I will catch you all next time.